and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Vandy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, fam. I am doing a little get ready with me situation today because I have had so much going on and I have so much to catch up on, and I did some makeup shopping and I got a whole lot of hair to do and editing videos. It's such a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Nevertheless, I still love it. I'm just gonna be like doing something with my face today, using some of the new stuff that I picked up in the last weeks and kind of also incorporating my normal everyday makeup routine. I did do a little eyebrow tinting in the last video, so make sure you check that out. I'll link that in the cards above. Actually, as I was cleaning up my eyebrows today, I saw some of the tint was still there, so it did last a little bit longer than 3 days, which is a plus. But I'm still gonna have to do a little fill-in action today. So let's get started. I don't know what I'm going to do, but hopefully we'll get through this. So starting off, I did do some shopping a couple of weeks ago. I picked up some things that I needed to add to my collection. Hold on, let me get my life together here. So yeah, of course, I pick up a couple of the matte liquid eyeliners. This is my favorite eyeliner of all time. It works every single time. I have very few mistakes with this liner. So yeah, I picked up like a couple to put in my kit and a couple to put in my personal collection. I also picked up the same liner in the color yellow because I wanted to try something fun. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do, so we may or may not use that today. I picked up the matte lip liner, which I'm probably gonna try today. This is in the color, is it suede? No, Club Hopper, which is probably appropriate for what I'm gonna be doing this weekend. Oh, I also wanted some like really bright shadows. Some of them were popping out to me, so I created a little eyeshadow palette here with these colors. I don't know if that might be too much light, but yeah, camera doesn't do it much justice, but yeah. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this yet today because there is another star attraction that I want to make sure I get off my plate, but yeah, that blue is calling me. Then I went over to MAC and I picked up a lip pencil in the color Cork. This is going to basically be my lip pencil for the summer because it's a little bit lighter than what I have been using. Oh, I went over to Ulta and I picked up some ColourPop concealers. I picked up two in these two colors here. These are, the lighter color is medium dark 36 and the darker color is deep dark 56. So I picked up these two shades as a highlight and contour shade to use for the summer. I've already tested them out. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of contouring because I don't really like the way it looks on the bridge of my nose area, especially when I take pictures, so I probably won't be doing that too often. But I do really like this concealer. It goes on like butter. The only hang up is that it dries down a little too fast, so you gotta work too quickly. But other than that, it's good stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, I think I posted this, but I picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I was running really low on my other one, so I picked up a new one. Ain't she pretty? Nothing beats this glow kit. I'm sorry. Nothing beats it. I put it everywhere, on my face, on my body. Like I barely tapped that and you can already see it. So yeah, I picked up one of those. I think that was it as far as my shopping stuff, but I also did receive some stuff in PR that I'm gonna share with you. I've already posted most of this stuff on Instagram, and a lot of the skincare stuff I'll just put in a later video for my updated skincare routine, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So one of the major things that I got in PR, you know what? Let me check my phone because it is so hard to keep up with some of this stuff, especially when boxes start rolling in and you don't know where this stuff came from, or you can't tell the difference between your Amazon Prime order and PR. Like, I'm just saying. Okay. So this is the only makeup stuff that I got. Like I said, some of the other PR stuff is mostly skincare, so I'll put that in a later routine video. So I was sent some foundation by the company Veil, and they gave me the option of picking 2 different shades. This wasn't the darkest shade. This was the second to darkest shade in the golden range, and this was the shade underneath this one. But yeah, this is the Veil Cosmetics Sunset Skin Foundation, and I did post about this on my Instagram page, and I also posted about the primer. It's the Sunset Light Primer Serum Mixing Base. So yeah, I tried these out, and honest thoughts, this is definitely kind of like, back in the day I used to wear, not a BB cream, but a, this was years ago before I really got into makeup. I wanted something super fast to put on. So I went to the makeup counter and they were like, well, if you don't want to do too much, this is what you want to do. Tinted moisturizer. That's what it was. So I used to wear, way back in the day, tinted moisturizer. And that's what this foundation reminds me of. So yeah, it's not really my speed because I prefer full coverage, but it will come in very handy when I am sitting poolside or I'm doing any outdoor activities, camping, all of that good stuff. And I know I'm going to be taking pictures because it did even out a couple of spots. But however, what I really enjoyed was this primer. This primer makes your skin like feel like you just get out the shower, like, and you just had a steam face mask situation. Like, this primer is everything. So I have been pairing this primer with my Maybelline Fit foundation, which I'll probably do today as per usual. So yeah, thank you so much, Veil, for sending me these products. They are going to come in very, very handy, and I am already in love with this primer. So you'll see it in action in a few minutes. So last but not least, the star of the show. A company on Amazon reached out to me regarding a eyeshadow palette they wanted to send me. So I said, sure. You know, they sent me some pictures. I was like, oh, this is nice. Go ahead and send it to me. And what I did not realize is that this this palette blew me away. Literally blew me away. I could not believe it. It blew me away so much that I used it immediately at one of my next fashion shows. As soon as I got it, literally like 2 days later, I was putting it on faces at a runway show where people were going to be photographed. So that's how good this this palette is. So the company is called Vandy Beauty, and this is how it came packaged. And I will link their information below where you can go purchase this palette on Amazon Prime at that. And this is what the palette looks like. It doesn't have anything on the outside, so what I will probably do is put a label on this so that I don't get it mixed up with any of my other palettes. But yeah, it's pretty plain. The packaging is a little plasticky, but I've dropped it a couple of times and not too bad. It's not too bad. Here's what it looks like. It is absolutely stunning. It actually has a whole lot more shimmers in it than what I would prefer. Basically, the first 3 rows here are all shimmers, and then these are all mattes. So I guess these would be considered your transition shades. And then all of these down here are glitters, pressed glitters. When I tell you this is stunning, it is stunning. So I'm gonna swatch some of these so you can see how this looks on my. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my favorite first color. This is the color I've been using basically on a daily basis. And of course, palettes like these don't have names for the colors, so you're just gonna have to make it work. You see that? This could pass for a highlight shade, it really could. Let's try one of the pink shades. I'm gonna go in with this pink shade right here. And that's what it looks like here. I'm gonna try to angle myself a little bit here so that the light doesn't reflect too much. Now, disclaimer, they may get a little half a star off because I sent this exact same palette to my stepdaughter, and when it showed up, this color was all toe up in there. So y'all might have lost a half a star. All right. Anyways, this is the orange color, which I think is gonna be really pretty for the summer. Oh, check that out. Look at that. I might use that color today since I'm basically wearing peach. Yeah, I'm wearing peach. I'm not very dressed up today, but I'm dressed enough to go do some shopping later. This black is actually a really, really good black. I tried that a couple of times. That's what it looks like. This shade right here, that's the one that jumps out to me. Look at what that looks like. Look at that glitter. I'm gonna go into that lighter gold color. Honey. I am so impressed with this palette. You are getting every bit of your dollar's worth with this. Every bit. So I think I'm going to attempt a look with this palette today. And I'll save my little NYX mini for another occasion. I've been basically doing like regular natural looks with this palette, so I think I want to turn it up a notch today. So let's see where we go with this. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is clean my face off. And I'm just using makeup wipes that I got from Target. I don't have any particular ones that I'm a favorite of. No, I take that back. I'm a favorite of the Garnier Skincare. Is it Skin Active? It's Skin Active. Those makeup wipes are the freaking truth. They work, girl, they work. They smell good. But I picked these up at Target because that was where I was at the time, and they were on sale like 2 for $5 or 2 for $6 or something like that. But they get the job done and they're easy to travel with. Anybody else clean their entire body with a makeup wipe? Comment below. I tend to get carried away because it feels so good. And I already have little specks of glitter from that palette. I need to get this off. Of course, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Veil primer. This is what it looks like. I think the packaging is really, really nifty. You just twist it and then the pump pops up. So I love it. And a little goes a long way. So just a little dab. And I'm just gonna rub that all over my skin. It really is a lightweight primer, but if you have dry skin, this would be perfect for you. I like to wear slippery primers in the summertime. It kind of keeps that dewy feel on the face a little bit longer. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me matte foundation in the color Spicy Brown. And I'm going to be a little bit more light-handed with this application as I would any other time, because I'm not going for completely full coverage today. So it's been really difficult for me to do a get ready with me type of video because your girl don't like to talk. I'm not a talker. I'm an introvert and I am a quiet worker. which hence why I used to be an accountant. I was a cubicle worker. I used to love not talking to people and not dealing with people. So yeah, I'm just not a talker. I don't know what to talk about. Most of the time, I just want to sit in silence, especially when I get off work, which can be very difficult because my husband is a talker, honey. So when he gets off of work, most of the time I spend a lot of time listening to him talk about his day because I don't know. I just don't feel like I have a lot to say. But I figure if I go ahead and knock one of these out, then I will get used to talking to a camera. In a sense, talking to you guys. But then right now I'm talking to nothing. So that's gonna be interesting. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. And hopefully this doesn't take too long because lately my makeup routine has only been about 30 minutes. I'm using my Absolute New York pencil in the color Smoke. Lately I haven't been doing heavy brows because, I don't think heavy brows are in anymore. Do you? I remember when everybody wanted like the Snatch Instagram brow, which looks great, but oh my God, takes forever to do perfectly. I don't know how people have the patience to do it perfectly. I think most people on Instagram have their brows microbladed or something. Because there's no way you're getting up every day doing your brows that perfectly. I have quite a few clients who have their brows tattooed on. And they look very good. I just don't like the idea of tattooing anything on my face. So, I don't know. Let me know. How do you do your brows? Microblading? Do you stamp them on every day? Do you shave them off every day and draw them back on? Is that still a thing? Do people still like shave their brows off and draw them back on? I'm just curious. Like, I haven't really seen people like rocking it like that, but is that really a thing anymore? I'm not gonna be too perfect because brows can't be perfect. Close enough, close enough. I decided a long time ago I'm not gonna harass my nerve about brows. If you wanna know, you can check out my brow tutorial right there. Oh, let me moisturize my lips. I'm using my C.O. Bigelow Rose Solve. Is that what you call it? Solve or Solve? Is that how you pronounce it? I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm not gonna do too much and go too crazy. Lately, I have been liking pulling my concealer up to the bridge of my nose. I don't know, for some reason I just like the way my face frames and shapes in pictures when I don't have a severe nose contour, when it's actually light in the middle. I don't know. I'm just one of those people where I think contouring is not specifically for me on an everyday basis. For photo shoots and, you know, stuff like that, yes, by all means, go for it. Because it helps with the dimensions of the light when trying to capture like that perfect photo. But on an everyday basis, nah. I don't think it's really that necessary. If your concealer looks ashy or the color tone is off, just go back over it with your foundation to blend it in, and you can make it work, girl. Because I know sometimes you don't realize things went wrong until you know had the product for a whole month. So I totally understand that, because you know not everybody's gonna tell you the truth. To set this bad boy, I think I'm gonna go in with my Sacha Buttercup. Starting to run out. I think I'm gonna go back to my Ben Nye banana powder. simply because Sasha can tend to be a little, just a little chalky and cakey. And I really like the finish of the midnight better on my skin. But I think before I go back to midnight, I'm gonna pick up some of that Laura Mercier powder, because I kind of toggle between Sasha and RCMA, which is the truth, by the way, but not necessary on an everyday basis. Sometimes I will mix the Sasha and I will mix Sasha and RCMA together, marry the two a little bit better. Yeah, so I've already gotten tired of hearing myself talk here, so I'm just gonna speed through the rest if you don't mind. All I did was bronze a little bit using my contour kit by Nikak. If you know me, you know exactly what that is. Then using the same contour kit, I used both shades to deepen up my crease area, acting as my transition shade for my eyes. Then I opted for a cut crease. I'm gonna cut my crease using that ColourPop concealer. And then using the palette from Amazon by Fenton Beauty, I'm going in with that orange shade and I am popping that on the center of the crease, or the center of the lid space. And then for the inner corner, I opted for the bright pink shade in the palette. I did use the black in the palette to deepen up my outer V as well. Then when I went off camera to do my lashes and my liner, I decided to plop a little bit of that yellow liner, that NYX yellow liner, on top of the black liner to give it a little pop of color there. And now back with my lashes on, I'm going in with that suede lip pencil by NYX in the color Club Hopper, and I am lining my lips with that. And then using another Nikak product I got as a gift at one of my beauty supply store runs, I'm using this bright pink color because I think it kind of goes with the look a little bit. And then adding my touch of highlight using my ABH Glow kit here. Doing my cheeks and just a little tiny bit on my nose. And setting my face with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I guess that concludes my very first Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me about nothing, well, for the most part, my shopping problem. Make sure you head over to Amazon to pick up this palette. I endorse this 100% because, honey, look what I was able to create with this bad boy. Amazon Prime, baby, can't beat it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I think it's down there. It's right there. It's a big red button that says subscribe. There's a little bell right next to it. Hit that bell and you will be notified whenever I upload. So stay tuned. I will likely be adding some people to the Get Ready With Me. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So you definitely don't want to miss that. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for sticking around and chatting with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.